Do you want to win? Do you want to make something out of yourself? Then understand this right now, there is no easy way out. See, the problem is that people want results but don't want the struggle. They want the rewards but don't want the sacrifices. But life doesn't work that way. Do you think millionaires woke up one day and just had it all? Do you think the strongest people in the world never had to cry, never had to doubt, never had to fight their demons? Every great person you admire has walked through fire to get there. So today, I need you to stop looking for an easy exit. I need you to lock in, commit, and fight for your future. Because if you keep searching for a way around the pain is going to follow you wherever you go. The only way out is through. Everybody wants a prize, but nobody wants to pay the price. You see people driving nice cars, living in big houses, traveling the world, and you think they're lucky. Nah, they're not lucky. They paid their dues. They went through sleepless nights. They fought battles you'll never see. They made sacrifices when nobody was watching. What you're looking at is the reward, but what you don't see is the pain behind the success. Struggle is the toll booth on the highway to success. You don't just cruise through, you have to stop and pay up. It might cost you comfort. It might cost you friendships. It might cost you peace of mind. But let me tell you something, you either pay the price now or you pay later with regret and regret. That's the most expensive thing you'll ever own. Most people quit the second it gets hard. The moment life smacks them in the face, they back down. That's why most people stay average. The ones who make it, they push through. They understand that the pain is part of the process. Every challenge is just another step closer to their goal. What do you think top athletes don't hurt when they train? Do you think CEOs don't feel pressure? Do you think the greatest minds in the world didn't have nights where they wanted to quit? The only difference between them and everybody else is they kept going. They didn't look for an easy way out. Hardship is proof that you're on the right path. If you're struggling right now, that means you're growing. That means you're being tested. And if you can survive the test, you'll earn the reward. But you can't skip it. There's no shortcut. Stop complaining about the struggle. Embrace it. Learn from it. Because every time you push through hardship, you level up. And if you keep leveling up, one day you'll be the one people call lucky. But deep down, you'll know it wasn't luck. It worked. Do you know why most people stay stuck? Because they're comfortable. They don't want to push themselves. They don't want to step into the unknown. They'd rather stay in a situation that's killing their potential than take a risk on something greater. But let me tell you something, comfort zones don't keep you safe, they keep you small. If you never push past what's comfortable, you'll never grow. You'll never experience the life you were meant to live. You'll sit in the same job around the same people doing the same things, wondering why nothing is changing. But nothing changes because you refuse to change. Look around at the most successful people in the world. None of them got there by playing it safe. They stepped into situations that scared them. They took risks when the outcome was uncertain. They walked through fear instead of running from it. That's why they won. Fear will try to keep you where you are. It'll whisper in your ear, what if you fail? What if you embarrass yourself? What if it doesn't work out? But you need to stop listening to that voice, because the real question is, what if you never even try? What if you waste your whole life staying comfortable and one day you wake up full of regret? Comfort zones are like quicksand. The longer you stay in them, the harder it is to escape. You start settling. You start accepting less. You start convincing yourself that this is good enough. But deep down, you know you were made for more. Decide to break free. Do something that scares you. Step into a challenge that forces you to grow. Because outside of that comfort zone, that's where your true potential lies. Do you ever notice how the strongest people in the world have the most painful stories? That's because pain is the tool that builds greatness. Every tear, every heartbreak, every rejection, it all has a purpose. It's making you tougher. It's making you wiser. It's giving you the strength to handle the blessings that are coming. Most people try to avoid pain. They run from it. They numb it. They try to pretend it doesn't exist. But let me tell you something, the people who run from pain never grow. They stay weak. They stay in the same place because pain is meant to transform you, not break you. Look at the greatest athletes. They push through the pain of training so they can win championships. Look at entrepreneurs. They go through financial struggles, failures, and sleepless nights because they know that pain is just a step towards success. Pain is a signal. It's your body, your mind, your spirit saying we're leveling up. If you're in pain right now, that means you're in transition. That means something greater is on the other side. But you got to endure. You have to push through. The mistake most people make is quitting too soon. They feel the pressure, and instead of leaning into it, they break down. They look for an easy way out. But let me tell you something, the more pain you can handle, the more powerful you become. Stop running from it. Embrace it. Let it shape you. Let it turn you into a warrior. Because the people who stand at the top, they weren't born there. They were forged in fire. Too many people sit around waiting for a miracle. They wait for the perfect opportunity for someone to swoop in and give them a break. They think that if they just wait long enough, someone will hand them the life they want on a silver platter. But I'm here to tell you, nobody is coming to save you. There's no fairy godmother, no knight in shining armor, no magic genie to grant your wishes. It's all on you. If you want to change your life, you have to be the one to do it. You have to get up, roll up your sleeves, and get to work. Waiting for someone else to fix things is a waste of the time. The people who make it are the ones who take responsibility for their own lives. They don't blame others. They don't sit around complaining about how unfair things are. They look at their situation and say, this is mine to fix. No one else is going to do it for me. Your success or failure is entirely in your hands. You have the power to make it happen. But you have to be the one to act. You have to get out of the way and see mentality and step into do it now mentality. Understand this, life isn't fair. Things won't always go your way, but you know what? That's not a reason to quit. That's a reason to work harder. If nobody's going to help you, then help yourself. The world doesn't owe you anything. It's time to stop feeling sorry for yourself and start doing something about it. The longer you wait for someone else to fix your problems, the longer you'll stay stuck. It's time to take action right now. So stop waiting, stop hoping. Get up, get moving, and create your opportunities. Because if you don't save yourself, nobody else will. Here's the thing, success is not an instant gratification game. You don't just wake up one day and find yourself at the top. It takes sacrifice, sometimes big sacrifices. You have to give up something today to get what you want tomorrow. And let me be clear, the bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the reward. You can't live for today if you want to build a future. You can't spend all your time partying, procrastinating, and doing what feels good in the moment. Those short-term pleasures will rob you of long-term success. Look at the people who are living their dreams. Look at the ones who have everything you want. They didn't get there by sitting on their couch watching TV. They didn't get there by taking the easy route. They got there by working, by pushing through the tough times when nobody was watching, by saying, I'm not going to waste my time on things that don't matter. And that's what you need to do. Right now, you're at a crossroads. You can keep wasting time on things that don't add value, or you can make the sacrifice. You can give up the things that are holding you back, whether it's toxic relationships, bad habits, or distractions, and put all your energy into what will make you successful. Now, I'm not saying sacrifice everything. I'm not saying you can't have fun, take a break, or enjoy life. But I am saying that you can't have it all right now. There are moments when you have to say no to the fun and the distractions and focus on what will get you to the next level. The reward comes after the sacrifice. It's the work you put in now that will pay off later. Every hour you spend grinding, every moment you dedicate to your goal is building your future. And when you finally shine, you'll look back and know it was all worth it. So stop looking for shortcuts. Stop trying to all right now, sacrifice now so you can shine later. You can come up with a million excuses why things aren't working out for you. You can blame your parents, your friends, your boss, your past, or even the weather. But guess what? Excuses don't change anything. They only keep you stuck. The people who make it don't make excuses. They don't waste time talking about what went wrong. They don't sit around blaming circumstances or other people. They just roll up their sleeves and get to work. They take what they have and they turn it into something better. The truth is, you're capable of so much more than you think. You're stronger than you realize. But as long as you keep making excuses, you'll never reach your potential. Excuses are the enemy of success. They distract you from what matters, doing the work. Look at the successful people you admire. Do you think they ever had the perfect circumstances? Do you think they had everything handed to them on a silver platter? Of course not. They faced challenges, they faced setbacks, they faced rejection. But instead of making excuses, they made moves. If you're waiting for the perfect time to start, you'll be waiting forever. The perfect time doesn't exist. The best time to start is right now. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Stop waiting for things to magically fall into place. Take action with what you've got and make it work. Every excuse you make is just a barrier to your success. It's a roadblock that keeps you from moving forward. The moment you stop making excuses is the moment you start making progress. So stop talking about why it's hard and start doing something about it. I get it, failure hurts. It stings. It can feel like the end of the world. But I need you to understand this: failure is not the end, it's the beginning. It's a lesson. It's a step toward success. It's a teacher who shows you what doesn't work so you can get closer to what does. Failure only becomes a life sentence if you quit. If you let it stop you in your tracks. If you let it define you. But let me tell you something, you define yourself. No failure, no mistake, and no setback can take away your future unless you let it. Look at the greatest minds in history. Every single one of them failed. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah was told she was unfit for TV. Yet all of them kept going, kept learning, and ultimately kept succeeding. Failure doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means you're learning. It means you're trying something new. And if you keep going, if you keep learning from those failures, you'll eventually figure it out. The problem is that most people quit too soon. They fail once and they give up. They think that's the end of the road. But the truth is, you only lose when you stop trying. If you think success is going to fall into your lap, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. It's not going to happen that way. Success is earned. It's not something you get because you waited for it or wished for it. You have to go out and take it. You have to fight for it every single day. Success requires work. It requires sacrifice. It requires focus. It requires you to push yourself beyond your limits, to get uncomfortable, to fail, and to get back up again. And the best part, you can do it. But you can't sit around waiting for someone to hand it to you. Think about the people who inspire you, the ones who have built something amazing with their own two hands. But do you think they woke up one day and it was just handed to them? No. They worked hard for everything they had. They struggled. They made tough choices. They got rejected, but they kept going. So stop waiting for success to find you. Stop hoping for some magical moment when it all clicks. Go out there and create it. No one is going to do the work for you, and nobody is going to make it easier for you. But guess what? That's what makes the victory sweeter. When you finally get what you've worked for, when you look back at all the sacrifices and struggles, you'll realize that you earned it. And no one can take that from you. Success isn't a gift. It's a reward for the work you put in. So get off your butt, get to work, and go get what's yours. No one's going to give it to you. But if you show up every day and keep grinding, you'll find that success is waiting for you, but only if you earn it. One of the biggest lies people tell themselves is that they're too old or too late to go after their dreams. They say, maybe next time, oh, I should have done this years ago. Let me tell you something, there is no expiration date on success. You're not too old and it's not too late. You're never too old to chase your dreams. If you've still got breath in your lungs, you've still got time. You can change your life right now no matter how old you are. Whether you're 20 or 60, you can still make something happen. Just look at the examples of people who started late and still crushed it. Colonel Sanders was 65 when he started KFC. Vera Wang didn't design her first wedding dress until she was in her 40s. The point is that age is not a barrier to success. The only thing that makes you too old or too late is the story you tell yourself. Stop telling yourself that it's over. Stop limiting yourself based on your age or your past. You've got everything you need to succeed right now. You may have to put in more work. You may have to catch up, but that's part of the process. The real question is, are you willing to do it? Are you willing to put in the time, the energy, and the effort to get where you want to go? So stop thinking about age. Stop thinking about how much time you think you've lost. Focus on what you can do today. And trust me, if you start today, you're not too late. It's never too late to start. Let me tell you something about success. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to level up in life, you have to level up the people you surround yourself with. If your circle isn't supporting your dreams, encouraging your growth, and pushing you to be better, then it's time to make some changes. You can't expect to grow if you're always around people who are stagnant, negative, or comfortable. If you want to get to the next level, you need to start associating with people who challenge you, who push you, who are already where you want to be. You need a circle that demands your best. Don't hang around people who make you feel comfortable. You should never feel comfortable if you want to achieve greatness. Your circle should make you want to be better. They should inspire you to keep moving forward, even when you don't feel like it. Look at your closest friends and ask yourself, are they pushing me to be better? Are they showing me a new way of thinking, of living, of succeeding? If the answer is no, then it's time to reevaluate your circle. Your friends should be your supporters, not your enablers. You should be able to be yourself around them. But you should also feel challenged to become the best version of yourself. If your circle is full of negativity, complacency, and excuses, it's time to find people who are headed in the same direction you are. Success doesn't happen in isolation. You need people around you who believe in your dreams, who see your potential, and who won't let you quit. So choose your circle wisely. Complacency is the enemy of success. The moment you stop wanting more, the moment you stop pushing for better, that's the moment you start going backward. You have to stay hungry. You have to always be looking for the next challenge, the next opportunity, the next level. When you stop being hungry, you stop growing, you start coasting, and that's when you get left behind. You can't afford to relax. You can't afford to settle. You have to keep your foot on the gas and never stop pursuing more. Staying hungry means always having a goal in sight. It means constantly striving to be better, to learn more, and to grow faster. It means being open to new experiences and challenges. If you're not hungry for more, then you're not living. This is why some people who already have everything they could ever want still keep grinding. It's not about the money, the fame, or the success. It's about the hunger, the desire to do more, to be more, and to leave a legacy. So what's driving you? What's your why? What gets you out of bed every morning and keeps you moving when the road gets tough? So if you can't answer that, then you need to find it. You need to rediscover your hunger. Stay hungry, stay thirsty. The moment you stop craving something bigger is the moment you stop moving forward. You're going to face pain. There's no way around it. But here's the thing, pain is not a setback. Pain is what's going to push you forward. Pain is what's going to teach you the lessons that make you stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Without pain, you can't grow. Every time you go through something difficult, every time you feel like giving up, that's your opportunity to get better. Pain sharpens you, it toughens you, it makes you see what you're made of, it tests your limits and shows you how much more you can take. When things get tough, don't look at pain as a reason to quit. Look at it as a reason to keep going. The most successful people are the ones who learn how to use their pain as fuel. They don't let it stop them. They use it to drive them to the next level. Pain is a teacher. It shows you where you're weak and where you need to improve. It pushes you to become more creative, more focused, and more determined. If you can learn how to embrace your pain, you can turn it into a source of strength. The struggle you're going through right now, the hardship you're facing, is not the end of your story. It's part of the process. It's the fire that will forge you into something greater. The pain you're experiencing today will be the reason you succeed tomorrow. So when life gets hard, when it feels like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, remember, this is your moment to grow. Don't run from it. Run through it. The pain you feel today will give you the power to crush tomorrow. Stop comparing yourself to others. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Success isn't about being better than anyone else. It's about being better than you were before. You are your biggest competitor. And the only person standing in your way is the person you see when you look in the mirror. We live in a world full of comparisons. Everyone's posting their highlight reel on social media, showing off their success, their possessions, and their accomplishments. But that's not real life. You have no idea what they had to sacrifice to get there. And you don't know what battles they're fighting behind closed doors. Focus on your journey. Set your standards. Compete with yourself. Every time you push through an obstacle, every time you break a limit, you're winning. Don't look to anyone else to validate your success. Your progress is yours and yours alone. You don't have to keep up with someone else's pace. Your life is not a race. It's a marathon, and you've got to run it at your speed. The only thing that matters is that you're getting better. So if you're not where you want to be, keep working. Don't worry about where anyone else is. The journey is personal. No one can walk it for you. No one can run your race, face your struggles, or celebrate your victories. You are your competition. Keep evolving, keep leveling up. And one day you'll look back and realize how far you've come. So stop looking sideways, focus on the road ahead. Compete with yourself. Every day is an opportunity to be a better version of who you were yesterday. Keep challenging yourself and the rest will fall into place.